Entertainment Today is live on the air. Thank you for downloading episode 2. I am David Banks, and here are my lovely co-hosts, the lovely women by my side who makes everything possible, who makes me look good. Liz Eidenbach, how you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing phenomenal. How are you?
I'm pretty well, actually. I'm feeling quite good right now.
Me too.
Megan Spligel, talk to me, babe. How you doing?
What up? I'm so happy to be here. This is so much fun every time.
This
Second time.
This is episode 2. We had so much fun with episode 1. Again, we are recording from Studio Movie Grill right here by the bar. We had so much fun the last time, and we're doing it again for episode 2. And we have a very special guest joining us today. He is a manager here at Studio Movie Grill. He is Josh. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing well, Happy to be here.
Well, thanks for joining us,
Thank
man.
you.
We wanted to have you on because we wanted to know why should people choose Studio Movie Grill? What about this place that makes it different from other movie theaters around the neighborhood? Around the city, actually. Yeah.
Well, the one thing that we do a lot differently would be full-service bar and restaurant. And we do full service throughout the whole length of the film, from the beginning to the credits. So if you want to order another drink or an appetizer when the credits roll, you're going to have to sit there and wait and eat it. But
Right.
you can order it throughout the
It's
whole
coming.
length of the film.
Yeah.
After that, we also have the bar. You can sit back, enjoy all this. One
You
thing
know
we
I love the bar, man.
Right. One thing that stands us out as a company-wise is we do a lot of different things for charity. We had the polar, I can't believe
Polar
what it is.
plunge?
The polar plunge here. You know, we had the mascot running around taking pictures.
I know you had like some
and things
giving
like
people was giving prom dresses a few weeks or months or a month ago.
Right. We took in prom dresses, so you donate your used prom dress for a movie ticket, and then we donated the prom dresses for
Oh, that's
different
that's
charities.
awesome.
Yeah.
We also, every month or so, whenever there's a big kids movie coming out, we do a screening for autism.
Oh.
And so during the feature, it's a free movie, and we leave the lights up and we turn the volume down, and
that's cool.
so that way everyone feels comfortable during those shows.
Oh,
That's
that's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, that's really
That's
cool.
really cool.
Talk to us about the menu, because we know it's gourmet meals, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the only movie theater that has gourmet meals. I've tried a few of them myself, but give us a little rundown of the menu. Like, what can you order?
We've got a very just wide selection here. We've got salads, burgers, pizzas. We also do things like edamame and like the seared tuna. That's like a cold salad.
Oh.
So we try to reach everyone's taste and have something for everyone.
Okay. What's your favorite meal from the menu?
It would
Let
have
me
to
know,
be
because I haven't had everything yet.
it'd have to be from our new. We release a new menu every week or every year.
Oh yeah.
So the new items this year are the blackened chicken items: blackened chicken pizza, blackened chicken sliders.
God.
That sounds so good.
Yeah.
So the blackened chicken, pasta, any of those 3 items, really my favorite.
Do you still
Oh,
have the
man.
margarita
Getting hungry
pizza?
now.
Yeah.
We still have that, yeah.
Now, I heard a lot of good things about the margarita pizza, so I'm going to have to try that next time I'm up here watching the movie. What about the bar? Tell us about the bar, the drinks, and everything.
The bar,
Of course, you have to be over 21.
Right.
Let's make that note. And they do card.
right.
I've got carded. You know, I felt good after that.
So the bar experience is nothing like anything else, because our guys are ready and willing to help you. They're ready if you want to sit 30 minutes before the movie, talk about the movie. You want to talk about it afterwards,
Right.
or if you're just stopping by for 10 minutes to grab a drink and head to your theater. So our guys are kind of prepared for any kind of situation. So we have had some groups of people hang out outside the movie. You know, one of those things that is very common, I guess, even you guys probably experienced in your life. You go to watch a movie with your friends,
Yeah.
and you end up in the parking lot just standing there talking about the movie.
Right.
So we're like, why not? That's why we have the bar kind of situated on the exit.
Uh-huh.
So why not stop at the bar and talk about the movie?
Exactly.
It's kind of, you got like a lounge over there,
Yes.
and I'm looking at it now. It's kind of got like a a jazzy feel to it. You
It
know,
does.
it's like somewhere you can like sit down if you had a cigar, you just smoke a cigar and just drink your
Kind
shot
of looking
whiskey.
for the
Very
piano.
yeah, very
Exactly,
comfortable,
yeah.
really
exactly.
laid back.
The
Yeah.
Studio Movie Grill has a few different themes, and we are considered the nightclub theme.
Oh yeah.
So that's
great.
why we always have the music up and kind of adult-looking atmosphere.
I
Yeah,
feel
there's
that.
a few little places you can kind of sneak away and cuddle if you watched a love movie and maybe feeling a
Tall
little
couches
romantic.
and-
Which is a perfect place to
little
bring a
corners.
date. Man.
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
awesome.
One-stop date shop.
There you
Exactly.
go.
One-stop date shop.
I mean, it's the only place where you can sit down, watch a movie, have a drink, and eat a gourmet meal. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
It's like the, I don't know, super Walmart but
Of
much
the movie
classier.
theater.
yeah, exactly.
Of the
exactly.
movie theater.
Yes.
How long has this Studio Movie Grill been at this location? Like, how long has it been
We
open?
just hit the 3-year mark.
The 3-year mark.
3 years.
Wow. I know we was talking off air before we went on. I'm actually a neighbor to this community, and I remember as a kid coming up here. This has always been a movie theater, and this location actually. And I remember coming up here as a little kid watching movies and at the old theater ago. And I remember when Studio Movie Grill was first brought up here, and I'm like, what is going on here? I didn't know at the time. I saw all these construction trucks and stuff out here. And when I finally heard about it, and it was like, oh, it's going to be Studio Movie Grill where you can have a gourmet meal and watch them. I'm like, really? And I was so excited when I first walked in about the seats. I was like, oh, my God, this is so comfortable. Because at the old theater, I mean, the seats were horrible. But I was like sitting down. I was like, oh, my God, this is fantastic. I come up. I'm a regular up here. I come up here with my kid and watch movies. I mean, recently we just last movie we seen up here was Beauty and the Beast, and we talked about that on the last show. But I love it up here. The location is premier. On our sister show, Indie Drinking Dead, we were hosting right down the street from here, so I'm very familiar with this location. So I would like thank you, Josh, for hosting us, man. And
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
this is awesome.
I also wanted to say, too, anybody that comes in here, one of the things that we really encourage is come in here and share your story with us, because that's what we're in the business of you're coming to our house, we're going to feed you well, and you're going to watch our TV, and we're going to share our stories with you. So we get a lot of great inspiration by just our guests coming in and sharing their
Cool.
stories, and employees sharing their stories,
Yeah.
and us being part of them building them up. And that's kind of why our motto for for Studio Movie Grill is our owner Brian Schultz. He lives by the mantra, which is open hearts and minds, one story at a time. And that's it.
Shout
I
out
like
to Brian.
it.
I love
That's
that.
all we do.
Yeah.
You know, and it truly transcends to all of us. You know, he's really got us all on the same page when it comes to. There's a reason why we're not just doing it to entertain, but we're also trying to reach out and change lives.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
guests
Bring
and
people together.
employees,
Yeah.
and could build people up. And one thing that's great about this industry too, just a little shout out if you're looking for a career, is we build from the ground up. And I've literally watched a entry level person come as a runner that just runs food and helps servers. In a matter of 2 years, they became a kitchen manager, you know,
Wow.
and then went
Yeah.
off to open stores and really
Nice.
build a solid career, just because, you know, there's not a lot of people that do what we can do.
Right.
So
That's great.
That is.
Now you also rent out theaters if you like have a party or a company wants to come in and rent out. You also do that, right?
right, so all of our theaters are digital. So we do everything from small things like people want to do wedding proposals through our screen to business meetings, and we also have the ability to do like either limited menus or even buffet style within the theater, private bartender inside the theater
Oh,
if
nice.
that's your thing.
That is
So you
my
can
thing.
almost like cater out that single event.
Have you ever had a
Right.
wedding proposal here?
Yes, we've had at this location I know of 2. And,
Successful
they
proposals.
yeah they
Oh, good.
they went and gave us a little slideshow to put up and music and the whole 9 and
Wow.
Oh wow, that is so neat. I would never have thought of.
I wouldn't
something
either.
that.
So
I'm just not
romantic.
creative though.
So romantic.
Yeah, good thing it's not on us to figure that
I
out.
know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm not proposing to nobody.
Yeah.
anytime
Nobody.
soon.
Neither am
asking
I.
You to either, so I guess that's a good thing.
Keep drinking that drink, Liz. You want me to propose to you later on. Trust me. Well, like I said before, man, this is a great spot. Again, thank you for hosting us. And, Studio Movie Grill is awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
We love it.
We love it here, actually.
We do.
Again, if you hear something in the background, that's actually Vin Diesel driving his car across the street or wherever.
Yeah,
with
breaking submarines.
breaking submarines and everything going on over there. What's your favorite movie that you've seen so far this year?
this year.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
There's been a lot of them, and there's a lot coming, which we're going to talk about
Right.
later. But
It's kind of hard to pinpoint it down. I was one that really enjoyed Arrival. I know that's kind of a niche market.
No,
liked
I
Arrival.
liked it.
Arrival was
actually.
really
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Good solid film for me. A lot of times you hear the same stories over and over again, so it's refreshing to hear a different one or a different
Right.
take on the story.
Yeah, that twist kind of got me too.
Right.
Like this whole daughter where we figured that out. That was cool.
Yes, I loved that.
That's a good
whole-
movie.
I like alien sci-fi
I do
stuff
too.
anyway, but I really did like the twist.
It was nice
I
to
wasn't
not have
expected.
like the alien war all out whatever. For once, we've got these aliens that
see, Josh, see how knowledgeable these ladies are about
Just
the movie industry.
about everything.
That is so hot. that is so. That's why they're here.
that's why
Right.
we come here.
That's why they're here.
This is where it's hot.
So we would love for you to join us a little bit here. I mean, if you have the time,
Yeah.
and you can give your input on certain topics we're going to be discussing today. So we're going to start off with our news. What's making headlines, Megan?
Logan is coming back in black and white.
Oh, did you hear about this, Josh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to show it here?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, my man.
absolutely.
That's a lot of red blood to turn black too in that movie. That's a lot, but that's gonna be good. It's May 16th, so
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
one day only, right?
and it's only in the theaters. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if
Is
it's
it one
one
day?
day, but it's
I thought I
only
read it was
theaters.
Yeah,
one
it's for
day.
limited markets.
Yeah, limited
Okay.
market.
But
Yeah,
it's
he ju-
already. Go ahead.
Yeah, James Mango, he just tweeted that out, I believe, yesterday, that they were doing it in black and white. It's
Yeah.
coming off the heels of Mad Max Fury Road. That was released in black and white. I believe it's called the Black and Chrome edition,
Oh.
and which was one of the greatest action films that you have ever seen. But that was released in black and white, and so Logan is in my top 3 of favorite all-time comic
Logan
book.
was
It wa-
amazing.
It was an amazing
It was so
movie.
sad though.
It was very sad, but it was necessary.
It was. And that girl's voice, the daughter, the little girl's voice, I can draw on a blank on her name, but the tiniest little voice to come out of that powerhouse. Like when we first heard her talk, because, she went silent for the first a little bit, I was just blown away by how tiny that little voice was.
And the movie fit right in with the whole X-Men universe.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think,
absolutely.
If you look at X-Men Days of Future Past, which I thought was a phenomenal movie,
So
one of the best
good.
X-Men movie ever, it fit right in with there. And then you fast forward, and all the mutants are basically killed off.
Yeah.
You have old man Professor Xavier.
I know. Oh my
Which
God. Dropping
brilliantly played by
F-bombs.
Patrick
I
Stewart.
love
Oh my
that.
god, I love him.
Love when
Yeah,
he drops F-bombs.
the interesting thing about Logan is that it's a combination of the comic book storyline from
Old Man Logan.
from Old Man Logan and Days of Future. They kind of splice it together.
Very cool.
In a great way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another fun fact about Logan, just throwing SMG
Yeah,
back in
do
there,
it.
Go ahead.
is that we actually, you guys probably remember the scene where Logan and Professor X are sitting down with the family in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, the son actually came here,
Oh, wow.
stopped by to
Did he
watch
really?
a movie.
Oh
yeah.
wow, that's awesome.
He didn't come to see Logan though. which
Oh,
is
well,
kind of
he's seen,
disappointing.
he's
Right.
seen it.
Yeah, he's seen it
He probably
already.
saw it in a
But yeah,
preview.
we had a little like fanfare type photo
cool.
op
That
is
randomly with all of
cool.
our staff was wanted to take a picture with them and everything. So
Oh, that
it's
is
pretty
so
exciting.
Sacred
cool.
ground now.
Where would Logan rank for you, Josh, in your comic book movies? If you had to rank it.
It's a little biased because I'd say probably out of top 10, I'd probably give it like a 7 or an 8.
Ooh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
Who's coming in there in the top 5?
Well,
Yeah. Give us
Now
some
I'm
time.
curious.
We're all about lists
I know.
here,
All right.
Josh.
Yes,
You
we
gotta
love
give us
lists.
all right, so I would have to say this is kind of a surprise, probably no one's top 10 list, but my top one would have to be Blade.
the first one.
No,
The first one.
I love Blade.
Blade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mainly just because that was I mean, comic book movies got their start with Blade.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
before its time,
It
you
kind
know?
of
Like
pushed the envelope,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes really,
Snipes.
he's
Yeah.
really in there.
Wesley
you
Snipes'
know?
Blade can be part of my man soup too.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah, let's throw
Okay,
him
what's
in there.
number 2, Josh?
This
Number
is a huge
2.
soup.
What's
It's
number
stocky.
So, you know, but sometimes you have to add
Please,
more
Josh,
flavor.
cut in any time.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Josh,
right.
please.
I would have to say the first Iron Man,
Yes,
Okay.
my man.
and
Yes.
really because, Robert Downey Jr. really sold the character. I
He's
think I didn't have my expectations were very low whenever Iron Man
Mine was too.
was stated,
Yeah.
and then because Iron Man really didn't. Of course, he had that he had that personality, but I just didn't see it happening, and he really sold
Yeah,
me
it
on it.
took
And made it
off.
made the character.
Cool.
Okay, what's number 3?
Number 3.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We're going to do top 5, so
Let's
we
see.
got number 3.
Number 3. I would have to say Days of Future Past.
Ah,
Have to.
yeah.
Good.
Probably the best of all the X-Men, just because
It
of
was.
Tyrion. Oh,
yeah,
no.
it just the story was there, and it also gave a shout out to the comic book world because stories like that is how they would reset from writer to writer,
Yes.
how they would reset the universe, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why all that's so confusing is because of
Yeah.
movies or stories like that.
Very confusing.
And number 5.
Number 5.
We love lists, just to let you know again.
Dun
We-
dun dun dun
yeah.
dun.
Who comes in at number 5?
Number 5 would be. I mean, I would hate to give it away, but Deadpool. It's got to be Deadpool.
I love Deadpool.
It was another one that really broke the ground.
Yeah, it was
You know.
incredible.
It kind of opened up the world, I believe, for them to allow Logan to
Rated
begin
R
with.
movies.
Yeah,
because
those
Rated R.
real
it really
gritty.
broke that ground
yeah.
of
Superheroes
because they were
can
never
cuss.
they were never supposed to make Deadpool, and it was
No.
because of the fans that,
Yeah.
that
And it
forced
was
them to.
just like the first Guardians, it was an unexpected
Right.
hit.
Right.
Unexpected hit.
Right. Which a exciting thing for this year is that, of course, the Thor movie, the Guardians movie,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Well, Marvel released that statement saying that the last and final soul, was it shard or gem?
What are we talking about?
The Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah.
In the comic books, they call them gems. I think they call them shards in the movie universe.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm
Where
with you.
there's 6 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and the final 6th one is going to be released in one of these movies this year, but they won't
They don't
release,
say. Okay.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
which one it is.
Ooh.
So that adds to the finale of all the shards coming together and the
That's
big
cool.
ending for all these solo films.
That's cool.
Awesome. That's a pretty good list you got there.
That is a
Yeah.
pretty
I will
good
agree
list.
with that list.
A
I
lot
was-
of
I didn't know
fun
what
little
to expect.
tidbits added with it.
Yeah.
So
Little-
And I added a top 11 on our Facebook page. If you look at Entertainment Today, this was just mine. This wasn't part of the crew here, but I had the Dark Knight number 1. I'm just going through this real quickly since we talked about it. Dark Knight number 1, Superman movie number 2, Logan number 3, Civil War 4, and I got X-Men Days of Future Past is 5. And I'm just going to throw this in here. 6, The Incredibles. I'm sorry.
I love
It
The
was a superhero
Incredibles.
film.
Yes, it
Yes, it
was.
was.
Yes.
most definitely.
So
The
good.
Incredibles was a superhero film.
It was
I'm just gonna put it out.
hilarious.
It was a great
Yeah.
superhero film.
So good.
So that's my top 6 right there.
Yeah.
So
And I know we're going to talk about this later, but while I was at Comic-Con, I actually saw the best Incredibles cosplay. It was a mom, a dad, and a baby.
Yes.
And they had the
Jack.
Yeah, oh my God, it was perfect. I was too busy chasing my kids because they were beating each other up with foam weapons the whole
Naturally.
time.
Yep.
Oh
But,
gosh, they were brutal with each other. Wow, you should have seen
Yeah,
that.
it's
Wow.
foam.
Oh
They're
God! Oh no,
fine.
it was awesome. We're gonna carry it onto our backyard. But
Cool.
but this cosplay was awesome. I didn't get pictures, but it was just perfect, and I just loved it. So
It's a good one.
Absolutely.
We got 8 new episodes of Roseanne coming out. So we got a return of obviously Roseanne because you can't have it without her. Dan and Darlene, so John Goodman and Sarah Gilbert.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
These past few years has been kind of like a revival for these old
I agree.
old episodes.
Yep.
You know, got Fuller House. You
Fuller
know, that's
House,
on Netflix.
yeah,
Gilmore Girls is back out.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Roseanne was my
Roseanne
that
was
was
yours?
our my husband watched Different Strokes and Silver
Silver Spoons.
like stuff like that. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, we watched Roseanne in my house because that was like legit was my house. We related
Right.
to that one, so I am so excited about this.
Which daughter were you? Were you?
You know what? I was Becky.
I can
was
totally see that.
definitely
which
Becky.
because there was like 5 of them.
Right,
on
they
that
say
show.
she's the
right.
same, but she's not the same,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's almost like a
yeah.
soap opera, the way
It
they
is
just like
very
all of a
true.
sudden you turn
know
the
what? We don't
sitcom
like her.
on the next day and it's
It's a new Becky.
Becky's being played by.
I don't know
Like,
which
hold on.
Becky,
They
but
changed Becky every week. It's like, hold
They
on.
did. It was so weird.
I'm only Becky because I've never been like grungy. Like Darlene was grungy and dark. I was
right.
definitely a smartass like Darlene was.
Okay.
But definitely the girly girl like Becky.
Now, has it landed a suitor yet to have this revival, or is it just still being shopped around?
You know what? I will look it up here, but I know we've only got 8 episodes, so
It'll be best for a platform like Netflix.
I agree.
Or
yeah.
Amazon or whoever. I don't think it'll be a network TV show. But like I said, I mean, hell, X-Files came back also. You know, they're going to do another season of X-Files coming up, and Twin Peaks also is coming back. So this has been like the era of
Yeah, and you know what? I
Revival.
actually misspoke. It will be on ABC.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it will be on TV.
Wow.
So
Wow.
hopefully they do.
Well, they must
a
have
good
just
enough
made
job.
that announcement.
There's
Yeah.
also a surprise return of Prison Break.
oh, that's
Dun,
right,
dun,
Prison
dun.
Break.
Dun, dun, dun.
Prison Break. I've never
Yeah,
seen an
baby.
episode
How many
of Prison
times
Break.
do they need to break out of prison? I guess that's my only
Right.
issue. Like after season 1, maybe season 2.
That is true.
But like
Right. I
honestly,
never
like
thought
how
about
many
that.
times are you getting arrested and why are you keep breaking? Just keep your ass in jail.
Right.
Because clearly that's what you're supposed to be.
Where was Hannibal? Because that's where they need to be. Like we need to put them where
They
they
just
can't
keep
break
breaking
out.
parole
However-
violations, man.
They can be part of my man soup.
God, okay, let's go on. What's the next? What's the
This
next?
is now a stew.
Next,
Yeah,
please.
yes.
This
Now
is-
we're
Soup to stew.
Next.
Let's see here. Do we want to talk about new releases?
Yeah,
yet,
yeah, we
or-
can talk. Yeah, please, anything but Liz's man
All
crush.
right, we're away from the stew soup. We'll start with Amazon. So there is a huge list coming out in May. But the movies that I saw that I'm pretty excited about: A Christmas Story, Gone with the Wind, Sucker Punch, and Wizard of Oz. And A Christmas Story is particularly dear to me because I grew up. Everybody told me I looked like Ralphie. I had the lisp like Ralphie, the blue eyes. So I love that one. My parents still call me Ralphie. And Sucker Punch because I love it when women get up there and kick ass.
You'll shoot your eye out.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
I know that.
What the Red Rider?
So, you said Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz will
On
be
Amazon.
available on Amazon. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Are
that's
you a fan
cool.
of Amazon or Netflix or anything like that?
Yeah,
Josh?
yeah.
So you're a binge watcher?
I regularly binge watch.
My brother.
Yes.
My brother.
Cool.
Regularly.
Welcome to the club.
I believe. Is anybody a fan of the show Vikings? Is
My
anybody?
mother is
I
obsessed.
I
I've
think that's
watched
gonna
a
be-
couple episodes, but I haven't actually watched seasons, which I need to now that I'm done with sales. So I need to move over to my next ships of people.
It's like
and
Game
go
of
to
Thrones
Vikings.
light. I feel like that's why I haven't watched it because I watch Game of Thrones. So I'm like, how could it even compare? Because it's on cable. Like,
That's true.
HBO versus History Channel. I don't know.
Well, I said the same thing about Sons of Anarchy, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
went pretty far on that show.
Right.
You know. So what about Netflix? What's coming out on Netflix?
So Netflix is another huge list for May. The ones that I actually recognize, because I didn't recognize too much, Doctor Strange will be on Netflix on May 30th, and that one was awesome.
Yes, it was.
That's funny because there was a story out not too long ago that Disney was trying to buy Netflix
Oh, wow.
because they wanted to up their streaming platform.
Gotcha.
Now there was a story that Disney's trying to buy Apple. Disney is buying the world right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Everything.
They got that Disney money.
They're printing their own
Yeah,
money. That's
yeah.
what they're doing right
That's
now.
the phrase of the night. Disney has their own money. Well, and then I kind of had to laugh at this one, but Malibu's Most Wanted.
I
you
saw
guys
that.
remember that Jamie Kennedy show?
Yes.
Oh my
Malibu.
Oh my God. I saw that on the
Malibu.
list and I was
Malibu.
cracking up. I just kept on scrolling.
Yeah,
I was like,
had
I can't
to.
even.
I had to. That
Oh
show
my
is
gosh.
ridiculous,
I
and now
have to
you can watch it
pass.
for free.
Yes. Well, I need to add to your Netflix list because I'm
Do
so
it, do it.
excited
Yes.
that that Kimmy Schmidt is coming back for season 3. So I cannot wait. I believe it's May 16th,
And
19th.
what is
I don't
Kimmy
know.
Schmidt? I don't know what that is.
There's no way to even explain Kimmy Schmidt. Like, so she's essentially she and these other like girls of some religion. I don't even want to like say it wrong and get people mad at me, but like some Christian sector. Anyways, they get talked in by this cult leader to go in a bunker underground
Oh.
because the
Sounds like
world's about to
Scientology.
end. Not Scientology, and do not make them mad because they will come after us. So
don't.
keep them out of your
It's
mouth.
already
Yeah.
too
They're
late.
good at that.
Yeah.
I know,
Don't want
right?
to make Tom Cruise mad.
They're
please.
probably
This
already
is-
here.
you know.
Didn't you watch?
I watched
Leah's-
Mission Impossible.
Leah's
I'm
documentary?
sorry.
She unloaded.
You guys
Oh my
realize
God.
that in
Yeah.
the same podcast you mentioned Scientology and Disney?
Oh,
Oh my God, we are so done for.
Do-do-do-do.
That's it.
So
I'm dead now.
So essentially, they're in this bunker for like 7 years, whatever.
Oh my
And
gosh.
thinking that the world's ending, whatever. Well, somehow they get out. I don't remember exactly because this is like season 1, but they figured out they get out. I think they actually get rescued, and find out, of course, he was lying and whatever. And so she's like still stuck 7 years ago.
Yeah.
She's still like a kid,
Yeah, like
even though
blast
she's like
from the
in her
past.
20s. Yes. And so she still like has this kid mind, but she's an adult now, so she has to go out and
Wow.
figure out what to do. And it's just funny. She's just the actress who plays her, and I don't feel like looking it up right now. So,
Yeah.
but she's so funny. I absolutely love her. And then
Okay.
the other characters are just awesome.
So Kimmy Schmidt. Got
Kimmy
it.
Schmidt.
Kimmy
Yes.
Schmidt.
Now, can I add to your Netflix
I
list?
suppose if you must.
One of my favorite shows of all time, House of Cards, is coming back.
Yes, I meant to.
May
Well,
30th.
I erased my list.
It's that new phone.
Yes.
House of Cards.
Okay.
If you have not seen
I have
this
not.
series, please take the time to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I've
have-
gotten to season 2. I need to finish up, but yeah.
Oh my! It is phenomenal,
It is.
phenomenally written.
Makes
it-
me actually think of our current government situation.
And
honestly.
you know what? Many people
it like
believe
that?
that's basically how things
I-
are ran.
Honestly, with the president that we have right now, I can completely understand and
I mean,
believe
you
that.
have Kevin Spacey playing Frank Underwood. You have Robin Wright. I guess it's not Penn anymore, but Robin Wright playing Claire Underwood. And the series starts off. You take them. It's a bunch of underhanded, backhanded, backstabbing. It's a drama, very well acted, very well written. I suggest anybody to check out House of Cards,
Yes.
please.
Okay.
Are
Great.
you a fan of House of Cards, Justin?
Yes, yes.
See, my
Yes.
man. Yeah, see.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Yes,
we're not
no,
talking
it's-
about
it's
no
good.
Robert Downey Jr.
It
or
is
whatever.
very, very good.
Okay. I'm currently binge watching Parks and Rec because I did not realize that was so funny for so long. So now I'm trying to catch up with like a decade ago.
Okay.
It's a very old one.
I've never seen the show.
Oh, it's about
I've heard it's
Indiana.
really funny.
Yeah,
Really?
it's based in Pawnee, Indiana, and then it's like this Parks and Rec. It's basically like The Office, but it's the Parks and Rec department of the government in Indiana, and so many Indiana references, and
okay.
it's so funny. It's Leslie Knope is help me out with her name. She was married to Dax Shepard, Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler.
Rashida Jones, just a couple of people, but it's so
Rashida
funny.
Jones is on it?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a
she
good
is-
cast. I've
it is
been
so
meaning to
good.
watch it. I always get distracted with everything
And
else I
Aziz
wanna watch.
Ansari, he plays a
Oh.
character named Tom who is just ridiculous. He's just way out there, what you would expect of like I don't know, just a super douchey club guy.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty funny. So that's what I'm doing on Netflix.
Parks and Rec, everybody. If you
Parks
haven't
and
seen it,
Rec.
check it out.
So funny.
What else we got going on over there, Megan?
We got some new movies coming out.
What are they?
Yeah, so one that I'm excited about, World War Z 2, which Liz has not seen the first
I
one.
haven't.
Why not? It's
Aren't
got
you worried
Brad
about
Pitt in it.
zombies? Aren't you concerned?
Yeah.
I
It's
have
got
2
zombies.
swords two
Oh, okay.
knives.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm
Sort of
good.
would be the katana would be my weapon of choice.
And we have a bow and arrow somewhere.
There you go.
The best part of World War Z is that they got David Fincher directing it. Now, many people don't know who David Fincher
I
is.
was gonna say elaborate.
All you need to know is Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Oh, okay.
All you need to know is Panic Room.
Good one.
What other movie? We're not going to count Alien 3. Fight Club.
No, we're not. Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Though that one is.
Which this will make the actual.
What's
actually
in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? This is actually makes the fourth film he and Brad Pitt actually teamed up on.
Okay.
They did Fight Club, they did 7, and they did Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And I think this
Cool.
is his last film was Gone Girl, I believe, which was like
Oh,
what,
yeah.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago.
That was a good one too.
And so this is the first film that he's coming back, and it's actually a big budget film. It's like I don't know, fantasy type film.
Yeah.
Which I've seen the first World War Z, and I
Oh
totally
my
love.
God, it was so good.
Thank
Liz,
you.
so basically the one that kind of sets this apart from other zombie movies is rather than being like hungry and actually wanting to eat people, it's more of a virus that wants to spread. So it's like a couple bites and they move on and they're looking for a new host, but they can kind of identify people that are terminally sick. So it's like a cloaking device. So basically they had to give the whole world the flu, and then these zombies kind of were walking around and you kind of were camouflaged by the end. It was really cool.
Interesting.
So I don't know what they're going to do with number 2. Is this like Operation Cleanup or?
Well, now they're what was I going to say?
I don't know. What are they going to do? What are they going to do?
Now they're immune to the flu.
Yeah, I was going to say because
Now they all have to create a stronger disease
Yeah.
to give the world.
everybody
God.
gets
Okay.
polio.
Everybody
again.
gets-
Everybody gets polio.
You get polio and you get
We're
polio.
saved by the chicken pox.
Yeah, that's right. So that's going to be cool. Baywatch, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mixing up the soup.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go again.
Zac Efron, that's my appetizer.
Oh, here
So
we
I'm
go.
gonna keep him out of the soup
That's
just
fine.
to have him by
That's okay.
himself.
Yeah, no, he can be a
is a
pre-soup.
Thank you.
Whoa,
yeah.
whoa.
This
What-
dinner has
explain soup.
eight courses.
Oh,
okay.
Jesus Christ.
The
Yes.
soup is one.
So essentially, every piece of man eye candy goes into the soup.
is this a big dinner? And
Yeah.
is the
Or
soup-
appetizers or dessert.
Dessert.
Just depends on where
Johnny-
we want to put them.
Johnny is the final dessert, the
Yes.
nightcap,
Yes,
if you
he
will.
is.
So Baywatch is going to be cool because I know who all do we have coming out? Zac
The Ro-
Efron,
yeah, The Rock.
The Rock. Oh my God! Already, I'm like, yeah. It's gonna be good. Like the boys are silent on this.
Well,
one.
let me see who the hot chicks are, and then I can get
It
them on our
doesn't
level.
matter.
It doesn't
go,
matter.
Yeah,
go
well,
ahead, please.
not
Next-
Ashley
next-
Graham.
Next
over here.
film.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
next one is Alien Covenant. So we're following up Prometheus, which was awesome.
Oh, Josh, please explain Alien Covenant to the kids
Yeah,
who don't
let's
know
hear
what this
about it.
is.
Nothing? Ooh.
You don't know nothing?
Nothing.
No? Are you a fan of the Alien franchise?
I've only watched the first Alien.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I missed the boat.
You're gonna have to. This is your homework, Josh. Watch Aliens. That's the James Cameron film.
Right.
You have to watch that. The rest of them you can skip. Then watch Prometheus because it sets up for Alien Covenant. So you only got three films to watch.
That's
you know,
it.
Gotcha.
I am totally excluding Alien 3. I'm totally excluding Alien Resurrection.
Alien vs Predator.
Alien versus
Oh,
Predator,
God.
both of them. Don't need to waste your
So
time.
bad.
Don't even waste your time. Just those 3 films, the ones, including the one that's coming out. That's all you need to do, Josh.
Gotcha.
That's all you need to do.
Prometheus was so good.
I love Prometheus. It got a bad rap, but
Did
I,
it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I love Prometheus.
I loved how they made, I guess, the aliens, the
engineers.
The engineers,
Yeah.
thank you. I was like, what did they call them? The engineers were just towering, and their presence was like just so, I don't know.
Yeah.
It took over when he stood up and was running through that thing. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
You always wanted to know why, because in the first Alien, it had the space jockey. And I
Yeah.
remember the trailer to Prometheus. It had the same space jockey, and I'm like,
You knew,
oh
yeah.
my God, the space jockey's back, and now you know where they came from.
Yep.
And now you know where they're going.
Which
you
is
know.
crazy.
It is insane. So this has Michael Fassbender returning as the android David.
Yep, David.
And it basically tells a story on how the xenomorphs came, because you saw a little glimpse of them at the end of Prometheus,
Right.
a tiny glimpse of them at the end of it.
Yeah.
And now you get to see the whole kit and caboodle. Everything. It looks insane. And of course, Sir Ridley Scott is coming back to direct it. I think
Yeah.
this is his second in a trilogy of the Alien film. I think he's got one more that he's going to make. But of course, he was the director of the first Alien movie in 1979.
Mostly.
And so he's back with these, and I'm so glad that he's back.
And it opens up like a colonization project, right? They send like a bunch of couples out to this planet, and they realize there's no birds.
Just released a
there's
few
no
days ago, they
sounds.
had like a little short film that they released online, and it basically ties everything together from the end of Prometheus to the beginning of Alien Covenant. So
It's gonna be good.
Look on Entertainment
I'm so
Today's
excited.
Facebook page.
Yes.
It's on there. Check it out.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
This is a
Boom, boom.
There you go.
I am so excited for this.
Oh
one.
yeah, baby.
This is a huge, huge movie. This is going to be the movie that knocks out Fate of the Furious from the number
Yeah,
one
I
spot.
agree.
Yeah, I bet.
We mentioned off air that, or no, I think it was on air, that Guardians of the Galaxy was an anomaly. It was a phenomenal movie. Many people wouldn't expect it to do as well as it did because the comic book series wasn't really that.
It was like a blip.
Yeah, basically, yeah, it wasn't that popular. And like we said, Disney prints money. So they were just like, yeah, you want to make something about a rat in a tree or a raccoon in a tree? Sure, go ahead. Here goes the money.
in a tree.
Yeah,
It'd be a cute little kids movie. Why not?
Yeah.
my
Oh,
daughter
man.
loved Guardians of the
Oh,
Galaxy.
so did my
Oh,
4.5-year-old
everyone
eats
loved
it
it.
up. She
Yeah.
knows Groot.
And I know Studio Movie Grill is prepared for this film next
Oh
week,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Gamora is on my cosplay list
Yes.
of things to do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I know plenty of people who do body paint, so I'm all for
Oh,
it. Oh yeah. So
Really?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Well, we could team up then, because I also have Ayla Sakura from Star Wars is really high up on my cosplay. So you can be Gamora, and I'll be Ayla.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
both
get
be
together.
green. It'll be great.
Yeah.
We're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm convinced you two need your own show.
Yeah, we can do that too.
We could have a whole cosplay show. Absolutely.
Tell that boy. Bye.
I'm convinced.
So yeah, that's gonna be a good one. I think I'm most excited for Baby Groot. Me and Liz were already talking about how he needs us to take care of him, provide for him,
Yes.
water him.
Oh,
And then
Jesus
Avatar
Christ.
2. So Avatar 2 is exciting. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Super
Avatar
excited
2,
about
3,
that.
4, 5,
It's the modern
10,
age Fern
11,
Gully.
12.
Hey, there are
Yeah, oh
only
my God.
four total.
This is my issue with Avatar. I didn't think it was that. Well, it was a good film, but I didn't think it was worthy enough to be the number one film of all time.
Oh, that's why no one
That's
asked
just
your opinion.
rude.
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Do
very
you
much.
hate the
Whatever.
rainforest?
I know, right?
No,
Yes,
I just
you
didn't-
do.
Yes,
I
you
just-
do. That's why the fairies don't show themselves
Visually
to you.
speaking,
Visually,
a lot of people showed their talent graphically speaking.
yes. Thank you, Josh.
I liked the storyline.
I
behind
Listen
it
to the
too.
manager.
It's all about
It's
you can't just
classic.
go over wherever you want and take over because
But did
we're
it-
humans and
But
we're
did it
whatever.
deserve to be the number one
Yes.
movie of all time?
I watched it several times, so therefore yes.
Oh my!
I know. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it.
So I take it you was the in the group of women who went back like 5 or 6, 7 times to see Titanic, right?
Oh
no,
my gosh,
it was too long. I think I only
Yeah.
watched it once.
And I was 13
ever in my whole
when
life.
Titanic came
Oh,
out.
God, you was
Yeah.
13?
Yeah, I was
I
13.
feel
So
so
You know,
I,
we
it was on
re-released it
box set.
probably. It was about 4 years ago. We
Really?
released Titanic in 3D,
Oh,
and you
wow.
would not believe the amount of people that would come to see
Oh
that
my
film
That
God.
movie's
in
too hard
3D.
to watch.
It is so hard to watch. Like,
Once
it's
the
just
boat
so
starts sinking.
long.
Yeah. And then you see the dogs scrambling on deck. I'm like, nope, I'm sorry. That better not have really
And the
happened.
band just playing the song.
Oh, I
yeah.
know.
The Titanic was, I mean, honestly speaking, it was the perfect storm.
Oh, yeah.
It was released 1997 around Christmas. It was a love story, so surrounded by a historical event,
Right.
and it had the perfect song at the perfect time.
Oh, my God.
That's Celine Dion song.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, that's one of my favorite karaoke songs too.
Here. Oh, sorry.
There you go. Keep
Also,
it.
the up and coming actor.
Leonardo
Yes.
DiCaprio. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
I love Leo.
That movie.
Well, he had me at Gilbert Grape, so I don't know what y'all are
he
talking
did
about.
have me at Gilbert
yeah,
Grape.
up and coming. I already.
I
knew.
know, right? I'm like, what are you talking about? Up and coming? He's been around for a while.
Here we go. Again.
I would think I was 16 when that movie came out. It came out in '97. So I was
97.
I did enjoy how
Oh, 97.
He,
I'm sorry. I was 7 when that movie came out.
Thank you.
Thank you for making
me
us feel
old.
old.
I just
appreciate
don't want someone to fact check me.
that.
That's
Okay.
all I'm
All right.
saying.
You were saying, Josh, I'm sorry.
I did how enjoy how Leonardo DiCaprio took his career.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, from just those early films where he was the kid growing up, and he always played that socially awkward kid, and then now doing Blood Diamond. I mean, that accent, that African accent is just absolutely
Blood Diamond.
I love
phenomenal.
Blood Diamond. So good.
Like I'm not sure if anyone else could have done an accent, faking that. You can't fake that kind of accent.
Yeah,
it takes a
you
lot
had
of
to really
linguistics
get
training to really
character
learn that.
development.
Yeah.
Like you'd really have to live the life to get an accent
And
down like that.
Also, with the Boston accent in the Departed.
Right.
I mean, which has got to be one of the hardest
that
accents to ever
movie.
master.
Yes.
Like how do you win? How do you beat like what Ben Affleck or Casey
Robert
Affleck
De
for that
Niro.
role?
Exactly.
How do you beat them?
Yeah.
You know, when they've
Exactly.
got that. That's the only
their
thing they do.
accent. right.
That's their character.
That's another
That is so
movie.
true.
That's another movie, kids. That if you're listening to this, you go seek out The
Mark
Departed.
Wahlberg.
The Departed.
Martin Scorsese,
sure.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg, Alec Baldwin, Martin Sheen, Anthony Anderson, and the great Jack Nicholson.
It's a classic
Classic-
double cross
Classic
movie.
film, classic film. But Avatar, we got off subject.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Avatar.
I know. We all need
Save
anything.
the rainforest.
Avatar.
Yeah.
I don't know what these movies are going to be about, nor do I really care
You got
at the
plenty of
time.
time because it's
Yeah.
not coming out till December 18th, 2020.
Well, see, that's James Cameron, man. I mean, he just waits so long. Oh, God.
It works though. I
Yeah.
mean,
He's a
people are
great
going to
director. I
line
just don't
up.
see how Avatar is a #1 movie of all time.
The only thing
Highest
that bothered
grossing
me
movie
about
of
the
all
first
time.
one is his legs. They were just how they made his legs look so skinny and tiny when he was in his human body. Like,
Well,
Well, he
because
was
they were all
paraplegic.
well, I
degenerated.
know he was, but that's why I was like,
Are you talking about
is
the
it like
paralyzed
CGI
people?
or
Are you
Yeah.
making fun of paraplegic
no?
people?
His
who
muscles
That
had
character
eaten-
in real
yeah,
life
you know, his
is
muscles-
not
Shame
paralyzed.
on you. Shame. Send your tweets and your messages.
I don't have a Twitter.
Well, you can tweet
Yeah.
somebody and get a message to get back to
Nothing
her.
against people in a wheelchair. I am asking simply how they made that actor who has perfect use of his legs look so.
Special effects.
It's called CGI.
CGI.
Right.
It was great. Every time they flashed over to him in his human body, it was just like, oh my god.
Okay,
Look at
so,
those little legs.
so you got like
Yeah.
15 Avatar films coming out in
You
the
have-
next
yeah,
20
4.
years.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, what else
And
is
Wonder
going on?
Woman, June 2nd.
Wonder
Oh,
Woman.
Wonder
I
Woman.
Cannot wait for Wonder Woman.
Absolutely.
I'm excited about Wonder Woman. I loved Wonder Woman in Justice League, and a lot is riding on this film from a DC movie standpoint. It's going to be a big release here too, right, Josh?
Oh, absolutely.
You guys
and,
getting ready
and
for it,
this
right?
is, like you just said, that DC this is their chance to step up.
This is their chances.
Because Marvel's really owned it when it comes to the
Yeah.
movies.
Yes, they have. They
And
have.
and I think DC's trying to prove it. But also but this will be the first superhero, the biggest superhero movie to be released. So, a story that hasn't been told. There's first remake of it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and they really creatively they have the ball.
Yeah.
So there really shouldn't be any disappointments. There's nothing stopping them from really selling the story in a reality type form or however they want to sell it. There's no restrictions.
Yeah. Gal Gadot and is playing Diana Prince, of course. Chris Pine is in it, and then you have Patty Jenkins, who's directing the film. A female director directing the very
Yes.
first
It should be.
female-led
This is
superhero
exactly how it should be.
film. I agree. Finally, we're in agreement here. We're not talking about no
okay.
man candy or any of the soups, chicken noodle soup or whatever.
I mean, you're the one
soup.
bringing it up, David.
Oh,
Did. He's
well,
very upset
you know,
about it.
whatever.
I
Making me
mean-
hungry talking about soups.
Well, we
All
can
right.
eat here, so.
Yeah, we can. Margarita pizza and another. Well, we'll talk about the drinks later. So,
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Meg. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let's see. Oh, Split. We were talking about Split.
The movie Split,
It's already
yes.
come out, but
Uh-huh.
yeah. Oh my god, that movie's amazing.
Yeah, it's actually on Blu-ray right now.
Okay.
Go check it out because they announced a sequel, right?
Is that what? Were we looking at that?
Yeah.
sequel.
M. Night Shyamalan. I'll go ahead. Yeah, M.
You
Night
go, yeah.
Shyamalan announced on Twitter a sequel to Split, which is actually going to be a sequel also to his movie Unbreakable, starring Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. That movie, I think that was his second movie after The Sixth Sense, was Unbreakable, and it was basically a superhero film himself.
Right, and M. Night's kind of secretly in the background on all this comic book noise, creating his own universe.
He really is. He really is.
And the best part about Split was that originally it was written to be origin story of the villain in the original film. So it's supposed to be a part 2 type thing, and then he just last minute decided, I'm taking all the references of Mr. Glass and all this out of it, and I'm just going to make it about the character and then give it away at the very end. So we were all just shocked
with
by
a
the
little
ending.
cameo
Right,
at
to
the end.
see him.
Now
Like,
when
what
we
did
see
they call
Bruce
him?
Willis sitting there, we're all like,
Yeah.
really?
I know that shocked a lot of people, and I was watching. I'm
Yeah.
like,
There he is.
That was best decision, because other than that, it would just been references.
yeah,
back to
exactly. And
Unbreakable.
James McAvoy,
He is incredible.
Give it up to this guy,
He is
playing
so
23 different personalities in that
Yeah,
film.
and he owned the woman.
He
I can't remember
owned
what
it.
her name was. I feel like it started
Janice.
with it. Was that what it is?
Janice, yeah, I believe it was
he
Janice.
owned that. The heels, the posture,
Yeah,
everything.
I think he topped everyone's list on most talented actor.
Yeah,
He's jumped up there.
he really did it in that
The
film. Liz, you have to
transformation,
watch
too.
that film.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know.
that's right.
That
Liz
is your
hasn't seen
The
it.
homework.
one that my daughter told me I need to watch. It's funny that my 15-year-old has watched it and I haven't.
That's your homework, Liz.
Well, and
you
they
have to
waste
watch it.
no time. That movie starts.
Yeah,
like,
it
in
Yeah.
2
starts right
minutes.
off the bat.
Oh man, it's crazy.
And it actually brings M. Night Shyamalan back from
Yeah.
the depths of the
Yeah.
ocean, because he had some flops, a
He
lot
did.
of them.
I'm trying to think of the last one.
The last good, in my opinion, was Signs.
Signs. Yeah, but the very last movie he came out with, that was a total flop, and I don't know why I can't draw.
Oh,
I can't think of it.
either.
But yeah,
I really
Signs
don't
was
think
incredible.
That's why it was a flop.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, Signs was incredible. And so this new movie is called Glass. So that'll be here in 2019.
And it's going to have Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson
both
in it.
of them,
So
yeah. And
Samuel-
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy,
Yep.
too, and Samuel L. Jackson coming back to play his character,
Yes.
Mr. Glass.
Well, spoiler alert for Split, he gets away. So he's on the loose. And,
Spoilers. So you just spoiled it for Liz.
Oh,
She doesn't
no,
need to
that's
watch it
okay.
anymore.
I don't mind spoilers.
First the
because
paraplegic
Neither
people,
do
now you're
I.
spoiling
I
the
know
movie
I don't
for
mind
Liz.
spoilers because
Hey, I'm
I still
savage.
need to watch the movie, so I still don't know how it happens, when it happens, what's the build up to it, things
Yeah.
like that. So just because you told me one piece of it doesn't really
Thank you.
spoil the whole movie.
That
for
is
me.
exactly how I am too.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
just
mind
giving
those.
people a hard time
You are
here.
so good at it.
I am, thank you.
I just
very
ignore
much.
him like
That's
oh,
my
he's
talent.
one of my kids.
That's
Yeah.
my superpower,
There it
actually,
is.
right there.
So as a
Yeah. Tuning him
shout
out
out
is mine.
to an actor,
Uh-huh.
Samuel L. Jackson,
Yeah.
because most of his roles, he's always the
Yelling.
tough guy
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
in power.
Yeah.
So for him to pull off Mr. Glass like that,
Phenomenal.
to be a weak,
Yeah.
in a wheelchair,
Mhm.
Yeah.
stumbling around,
Stumbling.
and didn't really, it's believable.
It is believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like kind of having The Rock or Arnold Schwarzenegger playing a really weak role, and
Yeah.
you just don't believe
Or
it.
Tom
you
Hanks
know?
playing a villain.
Right.
just don't
right.
believe it.
Just-
It don't
even though
happen.
Samuel L. Jackson isn't Musclehead, but he still plays that role.
You don't
Well,
need to
yeah.
be
Right.
a musclehead with your shirt
that
off every
attitude,
scene. Yeah, you
right.
don't need that.
He
Yeah.
sells it with the
You don't need to
attitude.
be in a
Does.
pot of soup or anything like that.
So for him to
Why
be
are you
vulnerable
why
in
do
a
you keep
film-
bringing up the soup, David? Do you want to be in the bowl of soup?
I'm the chef. What are you talking about? I'm in the. I'm
You're
in the
the
soup.
chef of man soup?
No, I'm in the soup.
Oh,
I'm in the soup. I have my own soup on my own
David,
menu.
Is there something you want to tell
I have my
everybody?
own recipe. It's me. Okay.
that's right.
I have my own soup.
Just you, huh?
Me. Just me in the soup.
Oh,
That's all you
okay.
need.
Sounds like a stone
I've
soup.
heard of that.
You don't need nothing else.
It's like a
No other
stone
no other
soup. That's all
ingredients
it's in
in
there
my
is
soup.
water and stone.
Just me.
Water
I'm
and
enough.
rocks.
Sorry, kids.
I'm enough. I fill you up. Go ahead.
That's what I
girl.
said. Water and rocks. That was it.
Water and rocks. Let's see.
Whichever works.
No flavor.
You're fired. Go ahead, man. Okay. I'm sorry, Megan. Go ahead. We got
Oh
off
no,
subject.
you're okay. You're fine. We've talked about most of the big ones coming out, so I'm scrolling through here now, trying to see if I missed anything. But
We got
Spider-Man.
the bring back of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh.
Dead Men Tell No Tales. Yeah.
And we even kind of touched on pirates earlier and totally forgot about that.
Are we excited for Pirates to come back?
I am.
Always. Stranger Things.
I'm gonna be
was
honest. I'm
awesome.
not. I lost interest a long
I'm
time
sorry.
ago.
I'm always excited about pirates.
That's the only time it's okay for a man to wear eyeliner. when he's a
Golly,
pirate.
man. What the hell?
I just told you I just got done watching all the sales seasons.
Jesus Christ. God,
There
I
is-
can't get away from it, Josh. I mean,
Pirate-
I mean, you're the
really
one.
can't.
You just brought it up and said you were the chef of the soup.
a chef of
You
my
keep
own
bringing,
soup.
You
damn
keep
it.
bringing up the soup.
I'm-
so
of me.
Well, now there's a pirate in
Right.
the soup,
Not in
and
my
his name
soup.
is Johnny.
I don't care.
no, yes, Johnny is definitely one of the main ingredients.
Come to work-wise, I'll always enjoy Pirates because when the first Pirates of the Caribbean came out, I was a bartender, and I dressed up. Head to
Yes.
toe.
Oh, that is
Didn't you
awesome.
I went to a theater prop store and rented a whole
Yes.
9 yards, and every person that came up to the bar and wanted a beer or wanted
That's
something, I would
awesome.
say rum, and I would just pour them rum, shots of rum, and they
That's
would
awesome.
just buy it and take it.
Oh,
'cause of
that's
the,
hilarious.
Well, I
But
mean,
it was just a fun thing to do.
I mean, let's say Johnny Depp needs a hit. I mean, he needs a hit like a
Right.
crackhead needs a hit. Okay, so hopefully this works out for him.
Yeah, I think it will.
I think it
Has there
will.
been? I don't think there's been a bad Pirates movie so far. So
No.
I mean, and they're also different. I mean, which one are you frowning at? Don't say Stranger Tides just because there's a mermaid.
I'm just saying the last one. Yeah, sure. why
Stranger
not?
Tides,
Yeah,
I
sure.
loved it.
The last good
Oh, yes,
Pirates
her
of the
tears.
Caribbean film was the first one.
Tears. Oh, the first one was
The first one
last
was the best.
No.
That was the last good one. I
Open
loved
your
it.
mind.
I know I am.
They're so good. I
They
loved
are.
all of them. All of them.
They are.
And Selma Hayek, I think, was awesome. in
Yes,
this
she
or
did
no,
a great
Penelope
job.
Cruz. I apologize.
I know what you
It was
meant.
Penelope-
Yes,
it was
I was with
Penelope
you there.
Cruz.
though.
Penelope
Yeah.
Cruz. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was.
She did a
great.
great job,
She
actually.
was, yeah.
I
Yeah, it was
agree.
all right.
And then I just got to throw this out there. Not a movie, but a series, Game of Thrones. So that'll be back this year. So
Yes. So excited.
we still have quite a bit of ways to go.
If you
until
don't
then,
know, our
but
opening song is the Game of Thrones
Bum, bum,
theme.
bum,
So
bum,
we
bum.
are we love that show.
it's probably a problem.
It's kind of an
Yeah.
addiction. I got a Game of Thrones hooked up
Ivy.
into the left. Yeah, hooked up to the left arm
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Walking Dead up to the right.
Yeah.
And I get my filling up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
it's
are
a
you
drug.
ever filled up? No.
No.
There's
There's
always
never
room
enough.
for more.
No,
There's always
because
room.
just like The Walking Dead, you can watch Game of Thrones and you miss
Yes,
something.
Yes, you have to
Exactly.
go back and watch because
You hear
even
somebody's
last
name.
season, like I had totally forgot about the Band of Brothers
Oh,
until they brought them
yeah.
back. I'm like,
Right.
oh my god, I totally forgot about that from like season 3.
Yes.
Now I got to go back and watch. And what else did I forget about? Like,
Speaking of
So-
Game of Thrones, Comic-Con was not that long ago.
No, it
was
wasn't.
a couple of weeks
Was
ago.
just a couple
and
of
we
weeks ago.
and we went. We was there
Sure
for
did.
Indie Drinking Dead. We had a panel. We had 2 panels there. And we had time to go around the convention. I know, Liz, you went that
On
Sunday.
Sunday.
I was there Friday and Saturday. So tell us about your experience there at Comic-Con.
well, while I was there, I could only go Sunday because my children suck the life out of me, and so I couldn't go Friday or Saturday like I had originally planned because they had other things apparently going on. So we went Sunday, and one of the very first things that we did was the LARPing, something with LARPing. They had the foam weaponry, and you can go in these little, like, they had them with the, I don't know, little Velcro tape thing. I don't know, whatever. They had little sections, like, sectioned off. And instead of there being, like, 2 or 3 of my kids, we had a, like, group with us. So, like, everyone but me went in there. And the guy was like, I need you to move to this other section because they had this like curtained area and they kept hitting the curtain with the weapons. So they were just beating each other
Heathens.
up with these stupid LARPing foam weapons thing. I shouldn't call them stupid. They're actually pretty cool. These foam LARPing weapons. And then apparently the rules are you're just supposed to tap each other with it, not actually like violently hit each other. So after like me filming my kids for like 15-20 minutes of them violently killing each other with these weapons, the guy came up and like, you're supposed to just tap each other. So like the kids got bored after like literally 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So we were done. We went to do something
Yeah.
else. So then
And
we
it- Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was going to tell about the Game of Thrones booth that they had there.
I'm getting to that.
Yeah.
So then,
Sorry.
no, that's okay, David.
I'll just
No,
be back
that's
here.
okay because I do have ADD, and so my mind does wander.
that's fine. I'm
so
just back
I
in the cut. Go
appreciate you
ahead. Take
keeping me
care.
on track. That's okay. So yeah, so we did. We went into the main venue or the main hall where all the vendors are, and there actually was this booth, and it had all these Game of Thrones, just items, swords like Needle and Eddard Stark sword, which is as tall as I am when I'm not in my heels. The helmets, everything for the most part you could pick up and actually I don't know, just experience. And it was just so cool. Across from that was The Hobbit and some other stuff, but the Game of Thrones was really neat.
I
know
actually
David,
had time. I had time to check out the Game of Thrones booth because Mandy, our marketing director, took pictures of me holding different swords and helmets and everything. I totally geeked out. I was so excited. That was the highlight of my weekend
so
right there.
awesome.
And they all laughed at me, calling me geek. But I don't care because I love that show.
Oh,
and it was an honor putting on the Hound's helmet. I have to say.
I met the Hound when he was here.
Did you?
Two or 3 years
Yeah,
ago?
yeah, he
I
was
was
here at
dressed
Comic-Con.
as a Dothraki Khaleesi, and I met the Hound, and I met Jason Momoa. And then
Awesome.
Jason Momoa actually came out of interview or whatever, and then I guess saw me, stole my dragon egg, chased me around for a second, touched parts of my bear skin. It was amazing.
Awesome.
And you
Call me
showered after that?
Jason. No, not this part.
Oh, okay.
This
I was
is
gonna
still
say.
preserved.
That's like
It was amazing.
Now, real quick, we are towards the end of our show here, but Liz, talk to us about the drinks real quick
Yes,
because
so
we've been drinking here, guys.
most important part of the movie grill here is their bar.
Right.
Well, I mean the movies and
That's
stuff
the
too, of course,
best
right?
part.
Food, movies, whatever. But the bar is really important. So I tasted a couple of their drinks. Shane, the bartender today, was phenomenal.
Shout out to Shane.
Yes,
Oh,
shout out
hear
to
us.
Shane.
Shane.
Woo, Shane. Okay, so one of the drinks I got was the extra large, and it really is in this like kind of fishbowl glass, so it's really cool. The Caribbean Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Yes. So it has two different kinds of rums, orange juice and pineapple juice, I believe, is what I was watching them put in. It is great. It's phenomenal. Let me just put it that way. It tastes awesome. And I'm not a very big orange juice person, but it's just a perfect mixture of everything. So it's great for a good starter drink. And then the other drink that we got was the blackberry margarita. And it's like a regular margarita mixed with a blackberry mixture as well. And oh my God, it's like heaven in a cup.
This drink will change your life.
Oh, Jesus. Like one
Literally.
sip and you are like tiptoeing through the daisy.
Josh, I got to give it to you, man. Keep this on the menu no matter
Yes.
what you do.
I think
Done.
David was trying to offer strangers sips. He was just so excited
I
to
was.
share.
I was
its
passing this
delicious-
around like a
Man.
collection plate in church,
Just
man.
try it.
I'm so
Everybody's
glad
gotta
I
try
made
this thing.
David buy that drink
Yes.
because
It's
that
funny because
margarita
Shane
is
himself says
phenomenal.
he doesn't like margaritas, but he'll drink our blackberry margarita.
Man.
I can
Go.
see
You know.
why that drink is
This is literally
fantastic.
God in a cup.
It
I'm
is.
just gonna say it right now. It's
And I
just-
had an
nectar.
ice cold Bud Light in a tumbler, and it was awesome. So the beer is cold.
Well, Josh, thank you for joining us
No,
for the
thank you
full
guys.
hour, man. This has
I
been
know,
awesome.
right? Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you so much for hosting us, man. We need to do this again soon. But this is it, guys. We're done with episode 2.
Yeah, done. Smashed it.
So, again, I'm David Banks, and
I'm Liz.
I'm Megan.
And I am Josh Wagner from Studio Movie Grill.
this is Entertainment Today, and we are signing out. Talk to you guys next time.
Adios.
Bye.